Welcome back, hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. So I did a little bit of grinding, and I got myself up to Hunter rank 140, so we have another Risen Elder Dragon go after for the rest of Title Update 3's editions. I am going to say, if you guys are trying to get the Master rank cap up, go through and do, like, the 10-star quests that have the double monsters. They'll give you at least one Master rank entirely from that one quest alone. Seems like every Title Update they add a new few quests to it. And just before I get into those, I'm going to show you guys, this is kind of my avatar build for, like, all the elements that we'll take. The only difference is I took off some of the fire attack, put in an attack boost, and also put on a Leap of Faith decoration, which basically allows you to emergency evade when facing towards large monsters and extends the distance. Because Teostra, Lord of Explosions, having a risen form, I'm guessing is going to be a bit painful, and this might be helpful. But everything's good there, so we'll talk to Chiche. A new Risen Elder Dragon has been discovered. Oh my, I hope you don't become toast. Chill out, Cheech. Surely the fierce can take the heat. They'll carry out their duty no matter what. Now do your duty. Ahem. I've added to the Master Rank 6-star quest list. Be sure to have a look if you're feeling up to the task, and do be careful. Yeah, so it's called Master Rank 6. Oh, it is 6 stars. Okay, I'm not sure why I thought 10. I don't know where that came from, but, like, the ones that were added recently were Jungle Fervor, Spin and Nap Time, and Scarlet Shindig. It seems like all these ones that give you the 2 monsters, sure, they can be some tough monsters at times, but they will offer some pretty nice master rank increases. Just want to go in here. Might as well get those. Okay, so we are after Risen Teostra. I'm going to bring followers along for this one. We'll take Fiorine and Rondine out, because so far, testing on my own, I don't think they actually, scale the monster's health any higher or lower, so it almost feels like there's no reason not to bring followers with you. I thought it would have been something where, to bring them along, the monster's health would have been increased to make it, a little bit longer of a hunt, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. And we've got everything there. I'm not really going to use the flaming ammo, but we're going to use the freezing, the water, and the thunder for sure, because checking in the hunter notes again, it seems like the Risen monsters almost have the exact same characteristics as their counterparts. Like, if we go between Kushal de Aura and Risen, it looks like the only difference is on the back, there's a difference in, shot damage. Yeah, if I just go down a little more, yeah, I think it stays the same. All the elemental values stay the same, and Chameleos is the exact same, so I'm thinking Teostra hopefully will be the same way too. We won't really know until we're in the hunt, but we'll embark with this, see how we do. I haven't really been able to come up with, any really good raw damage builds. I'd prefer to stay away from Pierce builds just because they feel like a little too cheap and easy to stay far back and shoot from afar, and it's kind of again, easy gunning in a way. You have so much distance that you can usually get out of the way of anything harmful or dangerous. So I prefer to try, say, spread builds or normal builds. But spread builds, it might be just because of how Iceborne got towards the end of it, that you could make, an immovable cheese spread build. Is basically you just put a shield on the Zinogre Heavy Bowgun, and you can unload round after round of spread 3 without issue. And the monsters couldn't really do much against your shield. I kind of want to keep the game feeling fair, and that there is an interaction between you and the monster. So normal's been the shot type I've wanted to try making work and get some decent big numbers. I think I'm still trying to chase the high of the Iceborne Raging Brachydios light bowgun, because that's been the only light bowgun that has ever allowed for rapid fire of normal 3, at least in most releases. It's possible Frontier had that is a shot type that could be rapid fire, but I do admit I missed that bowgun, just because it was kind of fun to have the evade reload mixed in with that as, your main main shot type. No, come on, up there. Thank you.
Great bad for starters.
So, I am actually a little surprised that, with how Sunbreak has brought in a lot of new stuff, there hasn't been an attempt to, even give the level 3 shots a rapid fire at all, even if it's just 2 rounds, so it's 1.5 times the regular damage they would do, or the first shot does full, the second only does half. Thinking like that in a way. They haven't really done anything yet, and I don't know if they will. Because we're kind of getting very close to the end. Well, maybe closer to the end of Sunbreak. I think how people are projecting it with things, there's going to be 5 title updates as far as we know. So we still got 2 more on the way. But it's hard to say. There could be even more beyond that. We don't know at this point. Oh, that's actually a neat... I guess that's like the Sandy Plains has its own theme that plays, and it's just that it takes like the small monsters aggroing us to really hear it. Okay, that'll do for a picture. I do need... Yeah, I need to be careful, because this... Every incarnation Teostra has something, or has had like a little aspect of it that's frustrating to deal with, and it looks like he's got the charges from 4 Ultimate back. Nope. Oh! Okay, I think that's new. But he's already doing like 2 in a row, so thankfully our evade extension is active. Like, even if you don't have the full level 3... Oh. Is he getting even more new moves than the other 2 Risen Elder Dragons? Oh, what? Oh, lordy. Okay, he is a lot more dynamic than the other 2. You notice the differences with Risen Teostra right away. I wonder if that's... Oh, boy. That's why he needs such a high master rank cap to go after. Because they made him nuts. Ow. Yeah, good lord, he's quick. And he's not even, like, Risen form yet. Or, well, I shouldn't say... Would you stop going after me for a moment? I'm not the only one in this hunt. God, even with the followers, the monsters don't switch their targets that often. Yeah, they have made Risen Teostra, for whatever reason, stupidly dynamic. Oh, there we go. Okay, we knocked him out at that at least, but, like, my god, this thing is nuts for, like, movement speed and combos. It's one of the most dynamic monsters, I think. Hell, it might even be the most dynamic monster so far in Rise and Sunbreak. Like, it's a good thing that he doesn't drop, like, more Risen materials, because, oh, man, unless the armor is really bonkers, this might be a monster I do not want to keep going after. You can kind of learn what he does, but you're going to be Trial by Fire super... Oh, well, speaking of Trial by Fire... Let's see how Wyvern Riding does against how, like, dynamic this guy is. Kind of worked well because he... Okay. At least this will be a nice chunk of damage to help mitigate, like, just how tough it is. But yeah, I am dreading his this form. Of course, I had to make mention of it. Whoa! Okay, those are a different looking type of explosions. Uh-oh. I do not want to get caught in them because I have no idea what they do. I'm not sure if, like, they inflict blast more often or what the difference is with their effect, but I have to imagine it's not just for show. Actually, it kind of reminds me of, like, Magnum Molo's Hellfire in a way. I wonder if that's what they do, is if you get caught by the explosion... Oh, okay, thankfully, it doesn't seem like he stays in that mode for long. If you get caught by those explosions, it inflicts blast and hellfire against you. I do not want to test for the sake of science, because that's going to be some painful science. Actually, speaking of pain, I'm just going to try healing up quickly. Okay, thankfully, that is one thing the followers, not all the time, but sometimes they draw the monster's attention away from you. There's a nice, good burst. Uh-oh. Did that... I think sleep immediately sets the monster into Risen. Oh boy. Okay, Fear Rain, please be back with the help soon. I think when they comment like that, yeah, she grabbed Almadron to go fighting with it, which I will take the help. This is one of the reasons why the followers, it just doesn't make any sense not to bring them if they don't have a downside. You get free, monster fights. God, it didn't even stay down that long from, like, the Mountain Punisher and that. Like, some attacks still keep it pretty open. But others are just... Ooh. You gotta be on the back foot for a while up against them. Oh, boy. I swear that one got a little bit extra range to it. There we go. Knock you out of that. And keep working it into that head of his. Oh, perfect. And already right back into Risen, but we got the horns broken. So I think that's a good sign. We're working through his health. Okay. Yeah, my advice, if you're going to take on Risen Teostra with seeing, like, how nuts he is, don't be afraid to be, like, backpedaled and just slow going. This is one of the monsters where it's going to be much better to, stay back and see what he does before engaging too heavily. And I just want to see... Oh, right, have to take him down before I can figure out, like, the, weaknesses he has. Okay, but you know what? While I got a moment, I'm also going to make more freeze ammo. So that way I've got the best elements that should be for him are ready to go. Oh, I'll take the marionette spider. Might be a little bit dangerous trying to set it up right. Oh, there we go. Actually went better than I thought. Normally I'm terrible with getting those off, but... Oh. Okay, Fiorine really has a monster liking. Because she's already grabbed Diablos again to bring him in. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to work at the wings, but it's just that they're, like, right there for where he's positioned. Okay, there we go. Oh, actually, wings are broken. And I don't know if I wanted him knocked out of the Risen form right there. Like, it might have been handier to actually have him if he stood up, we could get a quick knock off of it, but... Okay, he just hit, like, the visible critical point, or limping point. He's going to go down in Risen, it seems. Oh, a little close there. And that's just like, Magnamalo's laser and Malzeno's... I'm trying to think of what it would be called. I guess Shockwave? Like, Malzeno does a wind-up like that where... it's pretty good at homing up to a point. But, ooh. I don't think we did too bad, but I do have to admit, he is the hardest of the Risens we've fought so far. Kushala got a couple of new moves, and I would probably put that as more dangerous than Risen Chameleos. But that does make me... Wow, okay, these Risen Elder Dragons are also a very good source of the Elder Dragon gems. I think every one we've gone after so far, we've gotten perhaps a Dragon Gem carved off them. And does that mean there is more? Okay, yeah, there is. So, water, ice, and mix of thunder and dragon. So water and ice are your best ones to bet. Oh yeah, it is the same as regular. Large Elder. Carve is up to 4%, so it is a little higher than the base ones. But only by 1%. Yeah, followers, pretty handy to have along. If not for, like, giving you a few buffs or boosts in the battle. Sometimes they run off, grab monsters, and you get some free Wyvern rides that I think you could still Wyvern... Oh, that's a lot of shiny. 1. Oh, a Rise... Oh, right, the Rise Gem. 2. Okay, so we got 3 large Elder Dragon gems from this one hunt. 2 regular Teostra gems, and 1 of the Arise gems. That was a pretty lucky hunt. And then, of course, the Lord of Explosions has a pretty fiery end screen. Actually, I don't think we did too bad time-wise. Like, again, we're not working to try to break as many parts as we can from him. It's just try to get them down, because the Rise gems are the only things that are really going to access the new equipment. But yeah, I don't think we did bad timing on that, especially with, like, the first hunt. So, we'll stop in with Manale first and check out this new armor. Okay, so this is the Risen Geyser. And it does have, like, this dark, purplish kind of look to it as the others have had. Powder Mantle. Continuously attacking a large monster will cause powder to form around you. The color and effects of the powder will change over time. Level 1 is against sent flying. When wreathed in red powder, and you'll receive explosive damage. Attack when in blue for an explosive finish. Reduces required hit count for level 2, and level 3 is further reduces required hit count.
I've been wanting to be a blacksmith ever since I was little. Guess you could say I'm something of an expert at this point. Don't worry about your gear.
So,
Use your hammer with confidence.
I think how this works is you build up blast yourself, and if you get hit before the blast reaches like this blue coloration around you, then it's going to cause you more harm. But if you get up to this blue blast color and attack, it deals damage to the monster? It's kind of a weird one, but there is weakness exploit 3, critical, Teostra, level 4, negates theft. Yeah, there is an Elder Trio kind of work as a rock, paper, scissors combo, where Chameleos is good against Kushala, Kushala is good against Teostra, Teostra is good against Chameleos, and kind of like that triangle of sorts. Nothing else from this really super draws my focus, but I don't know about this Powder Mantle one. It sounds like a really weird one. You don't necessarily need any more than the first one, because it just sounds like it's the hit counts that matter. But I don't know if it'll be worth the risk of, like, possibly having that go off on you. And going through, I don't think you'd use more than one piece either. Like, these two would help get you weakness exploit, and they... yeah, there's some... I don't know about this one. It might be something that'd be interesting to try out and see. But then there's also the Wind Mantle ability that might be fun to try from Kushala here. That might be an interesting thing to try doing. If I could get another Rise Gem, I could try mixing the Risen Kushala's Wind Mantle stuff alongside the Risen Teostra's Powder Mantle and see what that's like. Maybe that'll be a ridiculous build I go for. Right, what? Alright, Chameleos' was the build-up boost, but that's not going to help me that much for... See, I'm trying to think here. I could try it, or like do a few more and try to get that build-up boost and see what it does, but I don't know if it'd be that good for like something like the light bow guns or the bow or heavy bow gun, where it's like a more finite amount of status you can apply. I feel like that one gets your most results if you just keep continually attacking with something like, say, any of the Blade Master weapons. At least for Risen Kushala here, the Wind Mantle, as long as you keep attacking, you keep getting the Wire Bug gauge recovering faster and faster, which means maybe as a light bow gunner, you could just continually always have one of the counters stored up to be able to get out of anything. Yeah, the Powder Mantle sounds like a weird one, but it is playing a lot into how Sunbreak is a risk-reward thing, where you're risking, like, either your health is constantly diminishing, there's the... Actually, one thing I didn't talk about is... I did try out the Chaotic Gormagala and this Berserk one. It's a bit of a weird one, and it is exactly risk-reward. It changes your entire health bar to red. I don't know if you actually get anything back as you attack, but it slowly ticks its way down, and you get an attack boost. It's... I don't know. Like, I could see if you're a real endgame trying to get every bit you can, you're going to like these risk rewards that will really show your skill. But for a lot of players, I don't know how much they'll see use. And I don't know if it fits as much with, like, how Monster Hunter has always been. It's definitely something new they're trying, but I don't know how people are taking it, like, are they enjoying this kind of style where health is more of a resource that you're avoiding so many attacks? It's more so you're killing yourself to kill the monsters? It's a weird feeling to go through. And I don't think there's anything else to go through here. Yeah, there's no Risen weapons or any upgrades through that. The only thing I have left to check, I think, will be just the Palico gear, because I think they might have gotten something new with the Chaotic Gormagala. I kind of forgot to go check these guys to see how it's looking. Okay, yes, there is Chaotic Gormagala that has the Angel Demon sort of half. I'm kind of surprised the weapon doesn't make more of like a mix of it. like, it does kind of fit with how Chaotic only has very minor visual touches of Shagaru. Like, when I think of the two mixed in a way, I thought there'd be a little bit more coloration on Chaotic for Shagaru, like a few more scales or that, other than it's like just a few little highlights of it. Lots of Palicos. I was just going to see if I could tell, like... Okay, so it would be an upgrade from what I've got currently on Runa there. I don't know by how much. Feline Pride. Oh, right, that's just that. I want to keep Paralysis. The Paralysis on these guys has always been super helpful. It doesn't really gain that much defense. Oh, really? 240? And that's only 235? Wow. Okay, well, I guess it does kind of make sense. Volstrax and Scorn, you do have to grind up in order to unlock those fights. I don't know, do I want to... I don't know if I want to make her that, although... I mean, I do have the scraps for it, so you know what? Yeah, we'll equip those, and then I can always just change the appearance out for them. And this is the chaotic look for the Palamutes. And again, it does hold very true to how chaotic looks, where it's just like that one horn look Shagaru, kind of that arm does, and that's it. There's not like a split down the middle. And these would be upgrades too, and I do have... Okay, let me see. Yeah, so I think I want to change out the layered armor a bit. Actually, I might even be able to forge it for them, too. I think the only layered armor I need to forge will be for, yeah, Palicos. There we go. Samurai Kitty. And... See, I'm surprised. I thought I had, Ashley in the layered armor, but I guess not. I know this is last little touch-up stuff, but... No. Oh, that's for the colors that change if you, like, dye it. So all of the Gormagala, like the dark purple, is what changes. That's interesting. Okay, so that's the one... Oh, I think I probably... Yeah, we'll probably use that. Now, what do I want... No, I kind of like my dog to have all her legs, thank you. I could go with that. I don't know if I want to go for, like, the super bulky war dog. I don't think I'll go for that. I mean, Sinister's not bad with it, but I wonder if there's something a little bit better. That one's not bad, actually. Regios Male. I kind of like the more almost skilled look that came with the previous armor I had on. Oh, wow, there's not really that much in there, is there? Okay, well, what was the one that I thought? Yeah, you know what? Do I want to give her the hood too? No, I want to see more of that pretty face. We're going to just do that. There we go. Everybody gets a little something for what we've done. But for now, I'm going to wrap this episode of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak up. I'm going to work at trying to get a few more build videos, probably do some of the investigation stuff while I grind that up as well. I do want to see if maybe I could try switching things up instead of going like for an avatar build. Try to make a really good base elemental build that I can just swap the bowgun and the element out for. I think that's kind of how the meta has handled it in the past, but I am also curious to see what metas come out, or like what certain builds come out from all these new skills that are available, and I forgot to check the decorations, so let's see what is new here. So there's Flawless, Iron Shell, Latent Power got a 1, and Flame Scale, so we could get the Teostra Blessing. Okay. That, I think, is about it. There are some more I know that can be opened up through, like, the high anomaly investigation, but those, again, are kind of a grind to go through and get. Like, I think I need over 181 for my level, and I'm only, like, 81 or 82. So it's going to take a while before I'm up there. But thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give us a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. It will be a while before Title Update 4, so the series may go on a little hiatus, but I'll let you guys know about that before it happens. And then when Title Update 4 comes out, we'll definitely cover that and go through what additions we get there. But for now, thank you guys very much, and until I do see you in the next video or episodes of Survivors and Hunters, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.